Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Isis Golden and I'm coming to you with video number 3 in a YouTube challenge that I'm doing with a group of friends of mine. Today's topic is called My Parents. Basically, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about, who they are, where they come from, what they do, and how they raised us, me and my brother. But anyway, just to begin with, my mom, she was born and raised in Germany, and my dad was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. And they met when he was in the service, when he was in the Army, stationed in Germany back in 1967, I believe, and they've been married now for 50 years, together for 52. They were very young when they met. But anyway, very interesting, history this country has of, racism, and we're still dealing with it as we're seeing in today's current events. But it's just crazy to think that, back then, when my dad had sent for my mom to come to this country when she was 16, she was emancipated, and her parents emancipated her, and they couldn't get married in Alabama. That was absolutely illegal back then. Interracial marriage was illegal back then in the 60s in the South. So they had to move to New York, where they not only got married, but inevitably that's where they settled for the next 50 years and currently still to this day. They raised my brother and I very, very sheltered. They raised us to be very good, respectful kids. My dad, as far as I can remember, he's always had a business. As far as I can remember, I remember going back when I was a kid, he had a concession stand. This was back in the 80s when he had started his own business, very, very early 80s. I would say probably when I was a toddler, he decided to go into business for himself. And my parents still run their own business to this very day. My mom, on the other hand, is a clothing store, by the way. My mom, on the other hand, she was always a homemaker up until about when I turned 18, 19, my mom decided to go to college. She decided to go to college to pursue her bachelor's in cultural anthropology while working as a para at a high school. So for a very long time, my mom was a homemaker, kept after my brother and I. And then when we were finally grown up, that's when my mom pursued going to school and working. And now my mom's been working now for the New York City public school education system for the last 17 or 18 years, probably since 2000 to 2001. So quite an interesting history my parents have, and just how amazing things have turned out along the way. I think my brother and I turned out to be pretty good kids. They've always, strived for us to have a better life. And, I'm just so grateful to have the parents that I have. It's in part because of them that I am who I am today. I learned how to be very, very independent, very self-resilient. They've taught me a lot about that along the way. And, childhood wasn't always a very easy thing, growing up, dealing with peers always making fun of me because of, the way I look, my hair, you don't look like your mom, blah, blah, blah. I had to deal with all that crap when I was in school. But, it never got easier, but I always learned how to deal with adversity in my life. So they've really made me strong with regard to that. So with that said, I love you, Mom and Dad, and I hope I've made you proud. So you all have a good rest of the day, and I will see you guys with video number 4. Take care.